Pakai ni tak biasa pakai ni. Kekok sikit lah.
Oh,
Okay, we can start. Assalamualaikum, boleh start.
okay.
Minta hampa panggil Tok Ayah cukup.
Boleh.
Panggil Tok Ayah aja.
Boleh semua okey. Boleh panggil tu ya.
Boleh.
Okey. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Abi Amir Effendi, and the other is my fellow friends, Muhammad Imran, Muhammad Luqman Hakim, and Ali Imran bin Omar. We are from group 3. So today we will be interviewing Mr. Muhammad Afifi as an ex-military or army veteran to share with us a little bit about life of an army. So we proceed with the first segment. I will pass the mic to Imran Podolsky to ask Tok Yah a few questions.
Okay, so my name is Muhammad Imran bin Asmadi. For the first segment, I will ask about your earlier period, during your earlier career, from your background, from your academic background session, you are from RMC. At RMC, you have already been exposed to military training or a little bit of life form of military. So what do you expect when you join the army at that time?
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. I have retired from the military service since 1997. I joined in 1967. I think you were not born yet.
Yes.
I was very excited to join the military because I like the military service. In fact, my first exposure in military service, even when I was in the secondary school, I joined the Federation Military Cadet Corps, and at that time they are called Federation Military Cadet Corps. I think today they call PKBM, Pasukan Cadet Bersatu Malaysia. So there and then immediately after my secondary education, I wait no further. I applied to join the military training at Royal Military College and was accepted. So that is my first introduction for my earlier stage of military service.
If I may ask, what was your family reaction when they were told about you joining the army? Are they happy or they maybe doesn't let you go?
I think no one objected when I applied, my father or mother, because they know this is a job to serve the country. So no, everyone gives their blessing for me to join the military training.
Okay, now we are going to move to the second segment. Will be conducted by Ali Omar.
Thank you, first of all, to my friends Imran. And for this segment, for the first question, we know that the army's need to have a very good communication, as they are required to work in a large group, in a battalion or regiment. So what's the secret on working together as a team, so that the group or the regiment or the and group a group of an army can work together very efficiently?
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ali Umar. In the first place, to work as a team, you have touched the right word. There must be good communication between each other. Communication must be good. So to get good cooperation from everybody, you have to work as a team, and this is developed through training. There's no shortcut. So everybody has to go through training to instill military culture into each and every one of the member of the military forces. So once you have instilled that military culture, which requires everyone in the military to work together as a team. So there, once you have that culture, things goes very smoothly. And of course, to make sure that this good cooperation exists and respected by everybody, you have the military law to ensure you are disciplined and accept the task given to you. So the military law will keep you in line. That's why they say in the military you have two laws to look after. One is civil law, the other one is military law. The military law to make sure you are disciplined in carrying out the military tasks. I think that shortly give you what you need to know. I suppose have I explained quite clearly? I see you have the most number of questions in the group. Good. Okay, no problem. I'll try to answer. Okay, go ahead.
So for the next question, do you mind sharing with us, maybe in your career, during your career as an army, as a soldier, do you have any role model or your role figure that really inspired you to be a soldier?
Okay. Before I joined, I have no role model because I only see things in the newspaper and radio to know what the military is about. But once I joined in and gone through the training, I get to see a few good officers that I can follow their example, serve as my role model. One of them is I have an English company senior officer who was from the Special Air Service (SAS) of the British Army. You know, SAS is the most elite force in the world, and I happened to be working with him when I first joined the military. So there I received a good training from him. He gave me that training directly when I was still a young officer, a young man who just stepped into the army. Okay. Then after that, I steer my own direction. I steer my own career. I steer my own career. Okay, can ask the next one.
So the next question is, what does it mean serving for our country?
This is a short question, but you need a long answer. I think every one of us who is a citizen of the country is doing something for the country. Every one of us who are the citizen of the country is doing something for the country, for the good of the country. When I was serving, the military service is very active. We have to go, you have to be really energetic. You have to be energetic to go and do your work, because when we go on operation, military operation, we will go out to the jungle for 2 months and only come back after that, after 2 months. Come back probably for 1 month and then we go in again. So we have to move as a team. That's why your first question comes in very importantly, that to work as a team. So when we are in the jungle, searching for our enemy, hunting for the enemy, we have to work as a team. Everybody has to play their role to be alert. If we fail, meaning we are allowing the enemy to be successful. So we cannot afford the enemy for the enemy to be successful. So we have to work hard, hunt for them relentlessly, non-stop. Make sure that we are successful and they are defeated. And I think Malaysia is the one and only country that defeat communism militarily. Not only because the military and the police doing its job, but the rakyat is also not supporting the communism. So to win communism, you must make sure every one of us every one of us is against communism. So because the communists have to rely on the people to get their support and get their activities moving. So if the people doesn't support them, if the people do not support them, they will not be successful. And our job is to make sure that they are always being hunted, they got no rest, and they have to move and hide in the jungle and cannot come out to meet the people. If we allow them to come out to meet the people, they will do their propaganda work and win over the people, and that we don't want. So it is an honor to serve the country at those days, because we are doing something for the security of the country. Right.
experiencing the war must have been very difficult for our armies. So what is the first thing that drive you through the battlefield?
First, in the battlefield, there is this code of war. They say, kill or be killed. So if you don't have that experience and skill, you will be killed. If you have the skill, then you can kill the enemy. So kill or be killed. In the battlefield, whoever is alert can win the battle. Whoever is weak, he is going to lose the battle. So you have to always be strong and active in doing your training to sharpen your skill so that you are always on top of the enemy. When you say, I say on top of the enemy, you are winning over. You are winning the enemy, not losing. So you have to be skillful, and to be skillful, you have to do training, lots and lots of training. There is a saying which says, the more you sweat in peace, the less you bleed in war. Right. So now comes to your last question, I suppose.
Yeah. Everybody, either what is their job or what is their profession. Job or profession is one part of life, very long career. So as a soldier, as a career as a soldier, how did you motivate yourself during the entire service, to keep yourself positive, to keep yourself tied to your work and focus and stay focused for the entire service?
Right, thank you. Motivations need supports from not yourself only, but also your, I should say, your working mate, right? Your superiors and your subordinates to work together, and you yourself have to motivate yourself. So motivation comes from your family, your friends, your superior, your subordinates. So all, it is a complete circle. Everybody has a role to play to motivate one another. If you are very keen to motivate, to get yourself motivated, but people around you are not doing their job to make you happy. Motivation is about talking about being happy with your work, not complacent. Being happy with your work doesn't mean it is complacent. It is you are very, very excited and interested in doing your work. You're motivated. So you have to have support from your superior, from your subordinates, from your friends, and you yourself has to stay focused on what you are doing, so that you are always interested. It is not a one-man show, but a complete support from everybody. Okay. We are coming to third segment. Have you got anything else to add to us?
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Ali, have you anything else to add?
Not for this time. Maybe later on.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Ali, for the session just now. Now for the third segment. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Hakim. I have a question to ask. Okay, if you don't mind, can you share with us the story how you received the award medal for your service to our country?
This is from my own perception. I don't know about those who recommend me for that medal. I have not seen the citation to recommend me that medal. But what I think is that it is in recognition of the work that I did those days. Operational duty, I've got few successes. Example, success in killing an enemy, in capturing an enemy, in retarding their logistic support, and I also involved in the heart and mind work, civic duties. I think there are many civic action duties that I took part, but the one I remember most is in 1973. We did a rescue operation when one ship sank in Sarawak. That is Muara Batang Rejang, if I'm not mistaken. That ship sank and about hundreds of people died. My group alone, we recovered 140 something bodies that was drowned because of the sinking. That was many years ago, 1973. So we forget about whether you are holding a dead body or sick body. After so many days of holding dead bodies, you become used to it. So much so, my sleeping room becomes a coffin store. So I have to sleep on the coffin for many days, for at least, I think, more than 1 month, while doing that operation to rescue those drowned in from the ship sinking. That was very memorable. I remember very much because in December 73 was monsoon season. So I think they were struck by a big wave and the ship sank. And other than that, other civic action duties also is supporting the villagers, to earn to go to work safely. those rubber tappers who goes to tap rubber early in the morning. If we are doing patrol, then they feel they are safe. And I also have experience working with Indonesian soldiers in the border and Thai soldiers in the Malaysia-Thai border. Those are some of the things that I think why they think I deserve to get this medal.
Okay, thank you. I just want to ask a question related to the first question. Okay, can you tell with us what is how about is your medal Johan Mangkunegara? Some of us may doesn't know.
I didn't get you. The medal name is Johan
Mangkunegara.
Yeah.
Can you share to us? Can you conclude to us what is the Johan Mangkunegara?
Oh, it is a medal for doing your work. That's all. So my bosses in the Ministry of Defense feel that I deserve to get that medal. So they are the one. I didn't recommend myself for that medal. It is done by them.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next for my second question is how your career as a soldier changes your personality.
Change I didn't get you.
I repeat again. How your career as a soldier changes your personality.
I see. I think once you go through the training, right, and then you get into the organization, which is 100% military culture. If you cannot join the culture, then you will not be able to work nicely. So you have to live in that culture and work together. Whether you like it or not, you have to make it workable, to make yourself go along with the organization. Otherwise, you will be facing an uphill battle. They say uphill battle. You make your work difficult. Okay.
Okay, thank you. So next segment, I will pass to Muhammad to conduct the last section. Thank you.
Okay, for the last segment, the first question I want to ask you is that for your information, we can see that nowadays post-war films portray that the returning soldiers will experience some point of that keeps them reminding about the traumatic event that they happened during the war. So you as a ex-military who have been in the battlefield, can you share with us how you handle the traumatic event? How you handle the result when you get back from the battlefield?
I think what you're talking about, you are reading what happens to the Afghanistan veteran or Iraq veteran that has been subjected to traumatic situation in the war. But I have no bad experience that make me become cause trauma to me. But all went well. because first and foremost, you must not, what should I say? You must not hurt other people. You must not hurt other people, whether be it military or civilian, so that you don't feel guilty for doing such bad thing. So you must not do bad thing to people, so that you won't feel guilty. This trauma is caused because you are feeling guilty. You're feeling guilty of your previous conduct. So if you don't do bad things, inshallah, you will not go through that trauma.
Okay, for the next question. There is a popular Latin saying, si vis pacem para bellum, which means that if you want peace, you must be ready for war. From your point of view as a soldier, do you agree with this saying? And can you tell us why?
Right. Actually, military is a big insurance for the country. People are saying, what do the military do in peacetime when there is no war? You have a good military, strong military, disciplined military, then you can prevent war. In other words, people see you as a strong organization. People see your country as a strong country, backed by strong military. So that itself is the deterrent for other countries to cause harm to your own country. So the military is a kind of a deterrent factor to ensure security, peace and security of the country.
Okay, I understand that. And the last question, for these last two questions, I will combine it. Okay, in this modern era, do you have any advice for us, the younger generation? And what is your opinion on patriotism among us, the youngsters nowadays?
For those of you, the youngsters, your role at the moment before you enter job market, what you are doing, studying, is doing for the country. The country needs good people who are people who are competitive, so that they can contribute in whatever forms they can for the country. So do what you are doing now, the best that you can for the country and for yourself. And as with regard to patriotism, I think there are some who are weak. Those who are involved in drugs, mat rempit and things like that, they are not doing good for the country. So those who are studying very hard, those who are working very hard, they are showing their patriotism. They are patriotic, right? By studying, by doing your work well, that is the indication that you are patriotic. You are serving the country as well as serving yourself. But if you are short-sighted, you start getting involved in bad activities like what some here today, the mud rumpets, drug addict, crimes, those are not patriotic people. If they are patriotic, they won't get involved in those nuisance. Right. I'm happy with the youngsters who shows their patriotism at the moment for doing what they are doing now as best as they can. The good thing that they are doing now as best as they can. Like example, they are studying hard, they're working hard, right? So you must look at yourself so not to get involved in all those bad activities. Okay.
Okay, I understand
Right.
everything that you said. I think that is the end for our interview session. Honestly, we get so much information from you, and we are so proud of you as a veteran, as you serve for our country. We respect you as our citizen, and we hope that youngsters nowadays will get the spirit that you have during your age when you are young. I think that is all from us. Anybody else that want to add something? You may.
Yes. Any last question? I've been talking very seriously. Everybody seems to be very quiet and sober.
My father also former army,
Right.
so
You have
he is,
something?
after finish my degree, I would like to continue to be an army like my father officer.
Your your father is a serviceman?
Yes. His last the major, only major. Besar.
Okay. Kirim salam kat dia. And then
He's from Afat school.
Oh, Afad, yes, I know. He's apprentice training.
Yeah.
Technical
KPA gaji.
apprentice technical training. Yes. Kirim salam. I think what is important now, what you are doing, you're studying, do your best. Focus on your study so that you come out the best. You come out the best in whatever you do, and then I'm sure your family is happy.
Thank you for your inspiration. Just now you sharing with us.
And don't forget, Agama Islam your prayer must be done. Don't miss it. Okay.
Inshallah. Thank you for your sharing, your experience. I think that is all from us. Hope to see you soon to UNIKL Rentas Negeri.
Okay, thank you very much for teaching me also how to use this Zoom. This is second time I use Zoom. Before, sometimes ago we had a family meeting, so we use Zoom as well. And today is the second time using. I'm quite happy that I can manage to talk to you all young people, Muhammad punya group, and I think I have done my best to answer what you need to find out. Anyway, if you still have something else to ask, you can ask through Muhammad so that he can contact me and ask me to furnish any other thing. And I hope I have given enough for this 1 hour discussion that we have. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Selamat Ramadan, menyambut Ramadan.
Thank you.
Ramadan juga. Thank you.
See you, Kak Yang.
Ya.